Hey everybody, welcome to Harmon Garage. I'm Aaron, and today is a wonderful day. It's January 2nd, 2023. It's 72 degrees outside here in Alabama, and today is the day that I get my new shop. I talked to the guy yesterday afternoon. He said he only had like one more load of stuff to move out, and that he would be done by noon today, and I could go sign the lease and get the keys, and we can start moving. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to get over and get moved into the new shop and start a new chapter and take this thing as far as I can get it to go. So as you can tell, the old shop is still quite the mess. I've got crap everywhere. So I can't meet him until noon today. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning right now, so I'm gonna do what I can to start cleaning up. I at least want to get all the tools back in the toolboxes and all the little stuff picked up and packed up in totes and whatnot, and stuff like that, and then I'll start organizing more as I start moving. But I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up tools and clean up around here. And then when I go over to the new shop to get the keys and go in, I'll take you guys with me and give you a full tour. All right, well, probably not gonna be able to tell, but I got some cleaning up done. This truck still needs some work, but I just gotta drive it over there, so it's not a big deal. I got messes on top of messes, but it's getting there. I got the 307 for Ron Jeremy, taken off the engine stand and put on this little rolly cart so it's easier to move. I got some stuff cleaned up over there on my fab table. Got some stuff cleaned up over here. Got all my tools put away. I've been working, so now it's time to go over and sign my lease and get the keys to the shop. We'll go through it, and then as soon as I go through it, I'm gonna hammer down and start getting stuff moved. So it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days, so that ain't gonna hinder me. I'm gonna go ahead and move in the rain. I just gotta be really careful because, you know, they say sexy melts, so I gotta try not to get too wet because I don't want to look all deformed if I start melting. But anyways, I'm gonna go over there, get the business side of things done, and then we'll get to the fun side. All right, got all that stuff done. Ended up helping them move out some of the last stuff. No big deal, I offered anyways. And got the key, and we're good for a little while. So I went ahead and drove oxen over here because it runs, and I already had the bus here. Ron Jeremy's here, P51's here. She needs a little paint. I'm gonna bring the weed eater over and clean up some of this stuff. There's tall weeds all around. Got some stuff I need to move. He was gonna come get it all. I told him don't worry about it, all that wood and stuff, I'll just burn it. Got a pile of tires over here I can move out back, but let me get back where you guys can. We're on the highway now, so that might be a little bit of an issue with noise, but not too worried about it. And here it is. New Harmon Garage Headquarters. So the inside of the building is a little bit smaller than the last shop, but it's got almost 20 foot of concrete that's covered out here. So that's really nice. And here it is. It left me a refrigerator, which is super cool. Now I got somewhere to keep my water warm. Got this kind of workbench cabinet thing they left in here. This place actually has a 10 foot wide by 10 foot tall roll-up door, which is way better than what we had. And other than that, pretty much what we had in the last shop, just a cinder block building. Ceiling's insulated and in a lot better shape than the last shop. I'm gonna do some stuff with the lighting. I'm gonna do some painting, and got a nice good solid floor. And it needs some work, but this place actually has a bathroom. So Can't really see in there. I don't know where the light switch is. There it is. It's got a spot there to put a toilet, but you know, whatever. And some plumbing for a sink. So that'll be nice. Having a toilet will be a big improvement over not having one. So I thought about just tearing this out to have more space, but it'll be kind of nice to have this covered and have a bathroom. So we might end up tearing it out. We might see if it works for us. So a couple things in here I got to clean out. I'm getting ready to go to the home improvement store right now to pick up some paint and some lighting and some spray foam. That's what I was trying to think of, because there's some pretty decent gaps around the door frames and stuff. Just an old cinder block building that's settled. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the home improvement store, get the paint, get the lights, all that stuff I just mentioned. And I'm gonna bring the weed eater back with me, and we're gonna do some work, get this place painted up a little bit, cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll start moving everything in. All right, well, I'm back from the home improvement store, and I'm ready to get started. It's already about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I really wanna get moved, and I really wanna get this place cleaned up before I move into it, so that I'm not trying to paint and clean and everything around all my stuff. So first thing I wanna do, I brought my weed eater over, is just get all these weeds and stuff just around this concrete and this opening for now. There's a lot more weed eating that needs to be done on my part of the property, but I'm not extremely concerned with that right now. I just want to get this area done, get it cleaned up, and it's supposed to be raining right now, and rain could come anytime. So I'm going to do that first, get it out of the way, and then we got 3.5 gallons of white Kills. We got some new lights to put up. I'll show you guys those when we start putting them up. We got some gap and crack filler for around the doors and stuff like I told you about. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to get done as much as I can tonight, because I wanna start moving everything in tomorrow. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse of the weed eating and stuff for you, so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then we'll move on to the next step. I got it looking a little better. I'm gonna have to go get my leaf blower or something and my chainsaw, because some of this stuff's been growing here too long for the weed eater to be able to take it down. So, and there's trees growing. I don't know if you can see them through the window or not, but there's trees growing up through the sidewalk all on the front of the building, and outside on that end of the building is bad. And then there's trees all growing up through the sidewalk at the building over here, coming through the door, big trees. So I gotta bring my chainsaw over, but I got some of that cleared up like I wanted to. So now we're gonna go ahead and change out those lights, and that'll make it nice and bright in here so we can see what we're doing when we're painting. So these lights that I got, let me see if I can open it one-handed, but I got one in my garage at the house, and they're really nice. They like screw into a regular light socket, and then they got four big LED pods that stick off of them that are adjustable. You can kind of point them where you want to. This ain't sponsored or anything. Like I said, I got one at my house, and rather than rewiring all this stuff, put in new LED lights and everything, I can just screw these in and they unfold. And you can kind of aim them wherever you want to. And it looks like this one has a sensor on it, like a motion sensor, but I'll have to read through the directions. I'm sure there's a way to turn the motion sensor off so they just work off the switch. But I'm gonna get the ladder out of the truck, bring it in here, and decide where we want to put the lights. I think I'm gonna put like one right there where that light is, kind of light that corner up. One right here, lighten this area up. And then one where that bulb is that's on, and one where that bulb is that's on. And then I'm gonna get some more bulbs and see if these work, or use some of the bulbs I take out. And my lights outside out here, only one of the 4 work. So I'm gonna try putting bulbs in those and see if I can get those to come on too, because it'd be nice to have. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the ladder, start changing out some light bulbs. Got the lights all changed out, and as you saw probably in the time lapse, the 4 bulbs that I took out of those I put in this strip here because there wasn't any bulbs in there. Flip the switch on, all those work too. So lit it up pretty good in here. I got to get some more bulbs for outside because they're all burnt out, but not a big deal. I'll get some later. I know the circuit's probably good because the one of them works. So next thing I'm gonna do is get the expandy foam and fill a couple cracks, and then we can start painting. Well, I started to do the expanding foam. My buddy that's an electrician stopped by and went over the electrical with me, and it's gonna be easy peasy. I gotta put one 50 amp 220 plug up to run my welder, and there's already one outside, so that's nice. So while he was here shooting the bull, I went ahead and sprayed the expanding foam in that crack, and I expanding foamed around this stovepipe over here, which I know if I use the stovepipe, it'll probably catch on fire or burn off. But I don't have a stove to use for right now, so I just wanted to seal it up, help keep wind from coming in and animals and whatever else. So I got that done. It's time to not be simply country anymore. I'm gonna start painting. I started painting, my roller handle broke. That's when I turned the camera off. Then my wife and my 2-year-old showed up, and you can only imagine what it's like with the 2-year-old running around. I wasn't getting much painting done or filming done. But I got from this piece of conduit all the way from the ceiling to the floor to the door done. And then I decided it'd be better to go and get a coat over all that other stuff that was on there, because it's gonna take at least 2 coats to cover it. So I got a good coat on this and a good coat on that, where on the camera, and if you stand back here, it hardly looks like I even painted over it, but hopefully it'll dry and another coat will cover. And I got all that jibber jabber over there done and that little bit over there. So I'm taking a 5-minute break, getting some water and a little snack, get back at it. It's getting late, but I'm not going home till I get a coat, at least 1 coat done, if not finish it, because I want to start moving in tomorrow. So I'm gonna keep going. So next morning, I got some done last night, not a whole lot. I got this wall as high as I could reach without being on the ladder, all the way down to this corner. This wall is gonna paint really well because it's already kind of halfway been painted white. Same thing with this wall. I gotta finish painting this little bathroom closet deal here. And then, as you can tell, even the kills didn't do a great job on that stuff, so I gotta put at least another coat on that, if not 2. Same thing over there. This one that was on this wall over here, you can still kind of see it, but it's not as bad as that stuff over there. So I got some more supplies. I brought a fan over. Hopefully that can help move some air and break the humidity down a little bit so it dries faster. But I have to get this place painted today. I'm not gonna stop till I'm done. Even though I said that yesterday, and 10 o'clock last night I stopped. So I'm gonna get to it. I'll update you guys as we go. Man, I don't think my arms have been this sore in a long time. It's just a lot more rolling than I anticipated. But it's not perfect, but neither am I. And I got a choice to make because I ran out of paint before I finished. So do I want to 2-tone it, or do I want to just go get another gallon or 2 of the white and finish it off? So here it is. Got the whole little bathroom closet thing here done. I only went up as high as I could reach without stretching. So I'm 4 bricks from the ceiling all the way around, but I got all this done. This whole wall's done. This whole wall's done. No more whatever there was on the wall over there. No more Simply Country or whatever it said over there. No more graffiti over there. All the way around, 4 blocks down from the ceiling. Got over here by the door. Got along the refrigerator, behind the refrigerator. While I was up there painting, I went ahead and cleaned the top of the refrigerator off. It was nasty. I need to clean the rest and clean it out. There's nothing in there, it's just dirty. But I'm gonna wait to clean the front of it and clean it out till the paint dries, so I'm not rubbing along the wet paint while I do it. But yeah, so I might take a break from painting for a little bit, because for 1, I gotta go get paint, and 2, my body just needs a little bit of a rest from it. But I got that to clean off the front window. I need to clean the floor in here, but I'm gonna hold off on that until I'm done painting. And then there's still a mess out here. I gotta get rid of those tires. Some used oil over here that they left, I gotta get rid of somewhere. Finish kinda doing some landscaping work, but it's coming together. The more I work on it, the more I like it. Like I said before, it's a little bit smaller inside, but now that I'm painting it and everything's gonna be clean and fresh and all that stuff, I'm pretty excited because, I mean, you guys saw what the other shop looked like, and I wasn't putting any money into that one, but this one's a little bit different scenario. And I'm gonna be happy to start out with it all clean and nice and ready to go. So I'm going to grab a bottle of water, take a break for a few minutes, and I may go grab some more paint and finish painting, or I may do some of that other stuff I mentioned. So I'll let you know when I figure it out. As you probably saw in the time lapse, I decided to two-tone it, and I like it. I really like it. I wanted it to be a lighter gray, and it ended up being pretty dark, but still cool. You guys might wonder why I'm doing all this, taking the time painting and all that stuff. It started out as just getting the stuff off of the walls, and then I was already painting, and I was thinking to myself, I have never had a nice, clean, painted, like really nice shop ever. It's always been metal walls, or like the shop I'm moving out of that's just kind of falling apart. And I could have done the same thing to that shop, fixed all that stuff, but I knew that wasn't going to be a forever shop right from the beginning. This one has the potential to be a forever shop. The guy's really nice. I plan on renting it from him as long as he wants to rent it, and if and when he's ready to sell it, I'm probably going to buy it. It's about the right size. There's enough property here that I can expand if I want to, and I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. I got about probably about half done. And standing back looking at it now, it's really darker than I thought it was, but it still looks good. So there it is. It's a nice contrast to the white. It just gives the shop some kind of, I don't know, I don't want to call it like custom thing, but it just makes it so it's not plain white walls. It kind of sets it off a little bit. I really like it. We're getting late into the night again. I am not going home till I'm done painting. I'm gonna finish painting this gray, and then it's all I'm gonna have time for tonight. It's already pitch black outside, but I'm gonna finish painting the gray. I'm gonna come over first thing in the morning, clean up the floor, get all this crap out of here, get the thing cleaned off the window that I showed you earlier, and start moving in tomorrow. But after I get all the shop repairs done, I'll end this video and get it up. And then I'll make another video with the moving and stuff. But I'm super stoked. The floor sweats really bad. I wish I could get it. I can't think of what that stuff's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. That coating that goes on shop floors. I wish I could do that, but I pretty much milk my savings dry just to get in this shop and do the little bit that I'm doing. So I can't. But I'm gonna get it cleaned up as good as I can, and hopefully I'll be able to figure something out to keep it drier so it's not sweating so bad. But yeah, I'm gonna finish painting. I'll show you guys a little more in a little bit. Alrighty. Well, it's the next morning. I was here till 10 o'clock last night finishing up painting, but I got it all done. There's a few spots that might need a little bit of touch up, but looks pretty good for a shop. So here it is. Got the two-tone all the way around. Really happy with the way it turned out. Now, I just gotta get the rest of this stuff cleaned out of here, sweep the floor, and I can start moving stuff in. I got a text from the person that owns the other building that I've been in this morning, and he told me I have to be out of there by the weekend, which is 2 days. So I'm not gonna have time to film all the moving process. I pretty much gotta do it by myself. So I'm just gonna end this video off here. I wanted to show you guys the new shop and get it cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna start busting butt moving, and hopefully I can get it done. So thank you all for watching. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.